Congratulations to Rory McIlroy winning the 2026 Masters, becoming only the fourth golfer in history to win back-to-back titles at Augusta, joining Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods. Welcome back to Two Off the Tee. I'm your host, the better golfer brother, James Shin, and with me, my co-host, the Titleist of Loans, Jeff Shin. You're rolling your eyes, but I saw your score today and yesterday. Doesn't
Yeah,
look
I
really good.
mean, back-to-back days. This tennis elbow thing is serious, actually. And yeah, it was very windy day, very challenging course. It's actually a really challenging big run,
I
surprisingly.
hate that place. I hate that
It's
place.
it's it's pretty difficult, but yeah, congratulations to Rory on his back-to-back wins. It seems like it took forever for him to win his Grand Slam, and now he's owning the Masters, it seems like.
I don't know if you heard this, but I don't know. And I also don't know if it's true. But while I was playing today, someone was like, well, he's been practicing there for the last 2 weeks.
I think Tiger was there 2 weeks ago too. So a lot of those pros, they go out there and they practice and play and get a feel for the course. But now you think about it after the round, pretty dominating because Friday he went like -7. He blacked out and
Yeah.
he had to shoot par the last 2 days on Saturday and Sunday to maintain his lead.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty close race. I don't think you were able to see it, but I watched the final couple holes. Rory on 18, he blasted it, sliced it way right. And I was like, this could get interesting. But he hit a nice hook over the trees back into the bunker. And then, yeah, he two putt and walked out with a bogey.
Like
But it was very
Tiger did.
exciting. Yeah, very exciting to see. But
Yeah,
congratulations to Rory.
obviously I was playing as you mentioned, and we were following the leaderboard of what was going on. So saw Cameron Young starting off early. I think in our Discord I mentioned it's like I think I made a mistake betting on Cameron Young to win, and I probably I didn't think Rory was going to win. I know a couple different episodes I talked about Patrick Reed winning, so he was in the mix. I asked you before, do you think not Tiger, sorry, do you think Rory has a chance to repeat? We were discussing that. Yeah, and it turns out, yeah, he was able to repeat. So really wish I bet money on him, but it just seemed like on the leaderboard, it could have been anyone's game from what I saw without actually watching the round. Scotty was doing his thing. He finished minus, and I think like second or third place.
Tied.
Yeah, so it just seemed like Scotty was in the mix all day, anyways, even though he was playing ahead of Rory. So I know a lot of episodes that we discussed. We were talking about how these guys leading it Saturday, going into Sunday, they weren't able to maintain their lead, but it looks like Rory changed that for us.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch it, but I wonder if he was just kind of coasting or if he was really trying to, you know, put their foot on their necks. I think I saw that he got a double on a par three or something, and then he got a couple birdies. Um, I don't know how aggressive he was playing, but he definitely maintained the W and the lead. That's really exciting. All of my picks didn't make it. I think Bryson didn't make the cut. Who else did I say? Colin. I don't even know was he there? I don't even think I saw his name pop up anywhere.
Yeah, no, Colin was there as well.
Okay, and then Victor Hovland. I don't know where he finished, but I'm bad at making picks. Who did you pick?
I had my horse with Patrick Reed. He was in the mix. In hindsight, especially the way I'm betting on Kalshi, you're buying low and selling high. I missed that opportunity to sell high. Same thing, right? Same thing like trading, same thing with stocks. He might win. I get greedy and I'm not taking the profits like I should. So missed opportunity there. And then I was just riding with Patrick because it looked like he was in the mix always. And then this morning, I decided to take Cameron Young because, I think he won last week, and he seems like a guy to watch out for because last time I think at the Open, he was in the mix and Cameron Smith won, so they were going back and forth. So it looks like a matter of time for Cameron Young that he might just win a major here soon. So might have to change my predictions and keep an eye on him for the next major.
Did you hear about Koepka having the wrong driver setting and no one knew?
Oh yeah, at 0.75 difference in degree.
Still shot even par, I think, but can't believe no one noticed that.
Yeah, speaking of it, because our friend here that went on Instagram saying play faster, I looked at his settings on his driver. I'm like, dude, you're almost playing to like a 9.5 right now. maybe you should kick it up back to a 10. He's like, I don't want to mess with it. This is how I got fitted. This is how I'm going to stick with it. I'm like, all right.
Well, I mean, he's been hitting it pretty far. He's a sim golfer though. He's not a real golfer.
Yeah, he's like a sim long drive competition player. So maybe we should just put money on him and help him train and get into the long drive competitions.
Well, I don't think he's hitting it that far.
We'll have the senior tour for him.
What is the age of this? 50?
We got to be 50.
Tiger's about to join that or something. But Tiger registered?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, who knows what's going on with him. Jeff, moving along. The weather is getting really nice. I mean, you played like 3 times this week. The league is starting Saturday. Are you excited for the league?
Yeah. Definitely excited, especially playing over the weekend here. Like what I saw, it's definitely different practicing on a simulator and then going outdoors to playing. So it took me a little bit to get adjusted my first round. So I am definitely excited to play. It seems like a lot of the members are messaging now about the first league event and with weather getting out there. So I think everyone's getting antsy to get the first event going.
I think so. And there's a lot of trash talking coming from your keyboard.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's one guy that's always trying to troll me and, this plus 20 guy, saying a lot of stuff. I'm like, it was just bad. We could touch on it later, but he sucks.
I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
it's all right. I don't drop names, but yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. I know that every year we start off now at the traditions of Chevy Chase. So a lot of members that have played year over year, we should be familiar with the course. A lot of game planning start doing this week for how to play certain holes, what I want to do. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. We got some new members joining us too. So it should be interesting to see that what we always notice that like, whoa, this is a rule? You guys play like this?
Nah, I guess we'll see. The rule you're talking about, are you talking about you're not allowed to have a putter ball?
I mean, just anything. I mean, I think every year when we play, new people that join, like, oh, I didn't know the rules were like this. It's like, it's nothing serious. We're just enforcing normal rules of golf. We know at
I agree.
traditions of Chevy, hole one, that fence line, if it's over, it's out of bounds. Re-tee. What are you talking about? There's no lateral, the lost ball, all that stuff. So it should get very interesting. And I think we should finally look into like holes 7 and 8 at Chevy because I think that's out of bounds if you pull it left anyway. So surely be no discussion about that. But again,
What, a
anyways,
hole
my
one?
point is huh?
Are you talking about hole one?
I'm talking about hole 7 and 8.
By the apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any fence, I think, will be there. So,
Yeah.
well, it's
So
gonna be interesting to see who hits it out there and see what they do.
yeah, but I always find it interesting when new people join and they're like, I didn't know we couldn't do this in the rules of golf. And oh man, you guys play strict. It's like, no, it's nothing really strict. It's just standard rules. So
It is the standard rules. Still keep it under 4 hours. I don't know where people are like, play by the rules. You're gonna play 6 hours.
no, I mean, no, that's not true. Maybe we'll circle back to it. That's not true. I've noticed a lot this weekend golfing and why it gets longer, why the hours are long and all that stuff. I have some
But
thoughts on it.
I feel like your guys' round took a long time today. No.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, maybe later on we could circle back and talk about it.
Okay, that sounds good.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I think now that we're gonna get event 1 this week, maybe we should make some bold predictions in who would win.
Well, didn't you win last year there?
I tied.
Okay. Well, there can no longer be ties for first.
There's no way we could what did we get? No, there's no
Tie Bible.
yeah, okay, shut up. I mean, sometimes people just leave right away, so it's difficult to figure out a tiebreaker.
Maybe somebody in the chat will have the answer to that.
Yeah, maybe lowest amount of putts. I don't know. There's just no good way of policing it besides a chip off, but that requires people to stay. So yeah, it sucks. But the guy that normally plays well at Chevy, Nemeth, I don't know. I would say he's probably the favorite to win this weekend.
I didn't know he always plays well there.
Yeah.
England
Yeah,
shot a 77 there last time or something. England?
did he? I don't think he played the first event last year with us.
Or maybe it was 2 years ago.
Maybe. I know Sun went low.
Everyone goes low there. I don't think I went low there, but everyone goes low there.
Yeah, I mean, but last year, at least at the end of 2024 season, my handicap got up to like 19, 20-ish, 19. last year's league event was scheduled, I was doing a lot of range lessons and practicing. And, last year was one of the first times really where I looked at the course, mapped it out, had a pretty decent game plan in my head of what to do and how to play certain things. And then
Wow.
for me, following the leaderboard, I saw what people did, and when it was changing, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is like the hardest hole, or this is, on the index." So I paid attention to that, and I made sure that I didn't make costly mistakes there, and try to capitalize as much as I could. And so I thought it was good enough, but yeah, Nemeth went -8 too, and that's because on 8, it was really 18. He sunk a big putt. Yeah, because 18's a par 5. I wanna say he had, like, maybe a 20-foot putt, 15 to 20, and he sunk it for a 1 putt for a par,
Wow.
and I got a bogey,
Oof.
so that tied it. So I was like, "Damn, that sucks," because, what happened is our group caught up to their group, and my group was the last group to go, and we caught up to his group, and they're like, "You guys just wanna finish the hole together?" I was like, "Alright, fine, sure." And yeah, so I'm not doing that again.
Well, I'm excited. I think we're gonna have, like, almost a full field, like 16 people or seems like
Yeah,
16 people.
we got a full house. It looks like at least now we have more people truly committed to playing. And I think there's some late registrations happening. So I don't know if they're going to be joining us this weekend or not, but I got a couple emails about someone looking to join.
Oh, someone new.
Someone new, another recruit.
New blood.
Hmm.
That's exciting. I always love when new blood comes and then they, either they can hack it or they can't. Sometimes they think they're just playing with their dad or something, and we're like, "No, you gotta keep going until you're done," Drop behind the water until you get it over.
Yeah, I think this year is going to be better just because for the fact that the guys that renewed, they're just better golfers and they have friends that are probably better golfers too.
Yeah.
So I think this year the competition is going to be pretty fierce. And on top of it now, implementing the 15% tax should make things really interesting.
I think so too. Are we
Yeah.
calling it
Cause
the path to par tariff? Are we gonna
yeah. So
I think that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna definitely close the gap on the leaderboard. I'm very excited to see.
well,
I think it's gonna be great. We'll see what the pairings come out to too, because that always makes everything very interesting. If you're the last group to go out, you get to kind of see where everybody is. We should figure out how that goes. Unless, yeah, I wonder how the PGA does it. They just randomize it all the time.
if I mean, it depends. I mean, from my understanding on the weekends, especially like a Sunday thing, a lot of the sponsors have pull on it for rating purposes.
On Sunday, isn't it always like the leaders go last?
For sure, the leaders go last,
I
but
meant
it
like
doesn't
on
mean like
Thursday.
no. Well, yeah, those don't really matter. It's the more the weekend, like the Saturday and Sunday, but more specifically Sunday. So just because it would be, let's say, the top 4 guys, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be the last 2 groups being first and second place. It could be first and third, or even first and fourth playing against each other.
Oh, that's
Let's say it's
interesting.
the whatever, like a different tournament, next week's tournament or whatever that the PGA has. So based on the tournament, the sponsors might say something. Let's just say uh, Nike has Rory and Scotty's in fourth or fifth. They might make a call, go, "Hey man, I need my guys in there," or have them split up so they get more coverage, right? So the sponsors, the brands, whoever's involved, will make some suggestions in who the pairing should be.
It's very interesting. Money talks.
For sure. So yeah, as for the pairings, I'm not sure how I'm gonna necessarily go about it. So yeah, I think it should be pretty interesting this weekend how things shape up for us, especially with the what I was thinking, like we were talking about the using the 85% handicap allowance. And if you really think about it, right, a lot of times, and that's why we implemented it, is because in our league we saw such a wide gap of the dispersion, right? We saw people going like, even for me, I mean, I practiced a lot, so yes, my -8 was a ridiculous volatility to the handicap, right? But if you look at the Masters, what made it so interesting? It's like, oh shoot, Rory's -13, the next guy's -11, right? It looks very close. Oh shoot, Rory got a bogey. Now he's 12 and someone else got a birdie, right? And that type of the leaderboard, it's very tight to see what's going on. And I feel like for our league, when we have that of the handicap, I believe that we're going to see much closer dispersions for leaderboards. And when people look at it, they're gonna be like, oh shoot, I'm +2, I'm +3, I'm not that far away from the dude.
It's gonna be very fun. I always love watching the leaderboard a little bit. I mean, if I'm playing really well, I don't usually look at it, but if I'm in the middle or something, I'd look. If I'm just doing okay that day, I'll take a look and see like, "Oh, I'm still in it. Oh, I'm not far off," you know? Just gotta get
Yeah.
some pars. Not getting birdies, but just gotta get some pars on the holes, that I get a stroke on.
No, for sure. It's just a different way of, like, it's good. It should help. Even me playing over the weekend, looking and, getting the bets going, and when I was looking, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's pretty close." Like, basically, "Get your shit together, Jeff. Pay attention. Like, don't lose focus. You're still in it here."
Well, speaking of etiquette, Jeff, Sergio Garcia, did you see the video? He broke his driver on a cooler.
Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Well, I mean, what a dumbass.
These lip
I'm
guys keep
sorry.
breaking stuff.
I mean, I get the level of frustration of playing the game out there. I mean, he's pretty damn good. I don't play to his level, but it's just something about the Masters, where that experience of what you have, and, you can't even have cameras out there, or your cell phone. Sorry, your cell phone out there, and it's frowned upon to act like that. Not only Sergio, but did you see that guy that gave the middle finger, Robert McIntosh or whatever, McIntyre?
Oh, I think I saw a picture of it or something. Yeah, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened too. I think he just had a bad hole and he flipped the bird. And I saw something on X. I don't know if he was having fun with it or someone had fun with it, but those master gnomes?
Yeah,
They photoshopped him in there giving the bird.
that's hilarious. I mean, it's a different level of frustration when you're at the Masters, I could understand the frustration and definitely during the league too. If I'm not playing well, like my brain, um, I get pretty heated inside internally. So I can understand Sergio, kind of going off the rails there.
Yeah, sure. I could see it happening, but should you do it? No. There's got to
Sergio's
be a better
known
way.
to Sergio's known to be a
Yeah,
hot wicket.
it's just a dumbass. Um, it's just a dumbass move to do that, destroy the tee box, and then on top of it, smash your driver to the cooler. But I mean, hey, when you get a free driver and you could do that stuff, why not?
I don't think he would be upset if he had to buy a new driver anyways either. I think he could afford it.
Yeah, I know he could easily afford it. So, but still.
Speaking of other etiquette things, Jeff, the Discord, your guys' round yesterday, the Discord was kind of going off in the morning, I think. You guys were snapping photos and tell us a little bit about what happened and the course you were playing.
Yeah, so I don't like playing this course that much anymore. It's a little destroyed, but the last time I actually played, some guys in the league, they had a threesome and they were playing out at White Pines. And I was like, maybe, I don't think so. But then last minute decision on a Friday afternoon, I was like, you know what? I want to play. So I went to join and I booked it on my own. And for whatever reason, the course is like, no, you have to pair up. I'm like, I paid for this cart specifically for me. He's like, I'm like, you guys have plenty. It's like 4 o'clock. I see all these carts out here. What are you talking about? So, anyways, that's why I didn't want to go back, because they made me share a cart and I booked separately, uh, joining them. But I mean, I knew them, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. But I also wanted to ride by myself that day. And so, yeah, anyways, so that's why I don't like it. And we played White Pines over the weekend. So I was very hesitant to play. Something about playing cheaper courses always bugs me. And now I know why. So they had frost delay on Saturday, so it was backed up by like an hour and a half, I overheard in the pro shop.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when we got to the box, I asked the group what their tea time was. So they said 11, they were 11:10, and it was already 11:20. I was like, "Okay, there's like 3 other groups in front of them." I'm like, "Okay, we're a little bit behind." Oh, we went to the pro shop, came back, a group got in front of us, and I asked them, I just went to the starter actually and said, "Hey, what groups are what at what tee times?" And this guy looked like he just started yesterday type of thing. The the group that was in front of us, there was like 6 of them. So 4 of them, each cart had bags, and then the 2 other guys that were just joining them didn't have golf bags. I was like, "Oh, maybe they're filming or something?" That's what I thought, but I didn't see any filming equipment in their cart, and I was like, "Okay, that's, like, kind of weird that there's 6 of them. 2 of these guys are just drinking and hanging out with them." I've never seen 2 dudes just hang out with 4 friends that drink and watch them golf, but hey, whatever. Anyways, they're up there. I'm looking at the Ranger like, what the hell's going on? The first guy tops it. It's like
Mm.
straight left. Then two of them tee up together. One's on the far left tee box, one's on the far right. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, oh my God, these guys are brand new golfers. And then I started looking, I'm like, yep, this guy has jeans on, all that stuff. So I kept looking at the starter. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, are you letting six people play together? And they're like, no, 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 we're not playing together. And then they started pairing up and playing together. So that's part of what got really backed up. That's why we took pictures going, shrink the game. Like, what is this?
That
And
is
it was like all day. Yeah, so, now you have the ranger following these guys. I'm looking at the ranger constantly saying something, and then finally at the turn, there's a new starter. I'm like, "Yo, guys," I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, someone else should have been in charge of it." I'm like, "So does it mean this is okay?" And then, the ranger kept he was on their ass all day. But these guys were like,
what were the
"Whatever."
other 2 doing?
They're all learning how, so it looked like 1 or 2 of them had, like, maybe a couple more rounds under the belt, but the rest of the 4 were brand new. They were sharing clubs. They're like, "Oh, yeah, we're not playing," and then even the ranger was like, "Dude, you're wearing golf shoes. What do you mean you're not playing?" "Well, I don't have a golf bag." "Okay, well, why are you wearing golf shoes then?" Right? So it's like, I'm not stupid. So I mean, I don't know why they didn't kick them out or do something. I know I heard one of the buddies going, "Hey guys, we need to go. We're getting behind." And one of the for whatever reason, this hard ass was like, "Man, F that. I paid for 2 tee times. I'll do whatever I want." I was like, God, COVID golfers. Like, they just did not give a shit what was going on for the day. They were holding up everyone. They were, and it's stupid because I understand you're learning how to play, and it was bad because they were literally waiting for almost the group in front of them every single time to get off the green to drive the ball. And then sometimes they went, but they were playing breakfast or mulligans and so forth. And we're just sitting there waiting over and over and over. And I'm like, look, I'm like starting to talk a little loudly to, the group I'm with so they could hear me passive aggressively being like, what the man? So yeah,
I mean,
I can't play these cheap courses because they're all just beginners that play there. And it's fine if you're a beginner, but again, it's just, damn, dude, learn the rules. Like, pay attention to what's going on. Learn by osmosis.
well, the 2 people teeing off at the same time, sometimes I'll tee my ball off while you're on the right side because I always tee up on the left side. So that part I'm not super a stickler about because sometimes I'll just tee it up and whatever. But 6 people on 1 tee time, I mean, that's crazy.
Well, and I
And
heard it on the
you
walkie
guys should
talkie.
know better. I mean, you guys should know better.
Well,
You're not gonna catch me there. I mean,
and that's a,
and that's where we played when we first started. So where do you think other people are gonna start or go play when they start? I mean, that's just and you can't be mad at people. They're just it's a beginner course. You guys should know
no,
that.
yeah, I'm not really mad at that. If it was just 4 of them, fine. But then I even heard it on the walkie-talkie where the pro shops, yeah, they paid to ride the carts. Okay, well, enforce it. And then if you gotta talk to these guys for 4 hours basically, or let's say even the front 9 and they constantly are just lying to you and basically trying to split a $40 round amongst 6 people, like whatever they're trying to do. It's like, hey man, like if I was a course, I would have been like, dude, you guys gotta bounce. I'll give you half your money back, but you gotta leave after the turn. Like, why do we care about 2 guys that are technically saying they're not golfing, they don't have golf bags on their cart, and you're allowing this? And then it's just getting backed up and the gap are getting bigger and bigger over and over. And you know who's suffering? Yeah, me. And then all the other groups behind us.
How long did yesterday's round take?
5.5, 6 hours. I think the only highlight is the group behind us. A dude hit a hole in one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I didn't see it,
You didn't get to
but
see it? Oh,
yeah, I didn't see it, but Son turned around. He's like, dude, he dunked it.
that's
And
pretty
then you can
cool.
hear the guy, he's like all excited. And then we're like, hell yeah. He's like, did it go in? And then Son ran up there and looked. He's like, yeah. And then his buddy Hater, he's like, yeah, I'm playing a Callaway too. So yeah, he was playing like a super soft.
Well, it's funny you say things like that because today I played Mount Prospect with Cowboy, and we got paired with 2 random people. And I 3 putt 6 times. I'm still upset about that. I don't know what it is. Anyways, the par 3 hole 16.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was. It was really windy today. I hit the green when Cowboy hit the front of the green, and then we're walking. He had his little automatic scooter or automatic cart with it. It was pretty cool. Anyways, so we're walking, and hole 2, I see these guys tee off. Well, on the tee box of the par 3, there's a ball, like, literally 10 feet to my left, and I'm like, "Oh, man, that's pretty close." And then I watch the other guy tee off, and he tees off, and I hear it hit a tree, and it bounces straight down. It probably went 20 yards in front of him.
Okay.
And then we're walking, and then he hits it again to the left, probably goes, like, 10 another 10 yards. And then he hits another shot, and it goes, like, maybe 30 yards. So this guy is probably less than 100 yards off from the tee box, right? And his other buddies they're all in the fairway too. Like, they're not even by the water yet on hole 2.
Uh-huh.
Not the creek that goes across, like the water on the left, like 250 from, like, the tee box.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're not even by the 150 marker yet. I'm like grabbing my putter out of my bag as I finally make it to the green, and these guys are on the tee box, and they just start hitting. And I was like, "This is crazy." I'm like, "Yo, those guys are like," I'm like, "That guy's like 80 yards away from the tee box." And then his other buddy comes up and hits too, and I'm like, "Yo, what is going on here?" And there was another group already on the tee box waiting on 2 as well. I'm like, "What's going on here, man?" I'm like, "Dude, these guys are barely 80 yards off the tee box." I get it. They're not good players, but I mean, safety-wise, that just sounds so stupid. I mean, I wouldn't even go. I mean, I could probably miss them and be fine, but I wouldn't even like, that was crazy to me. And the guy wasn't that great, the guy who hit into them. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the golf world, and maybe that's what these people are talking about in the comments, because I usually don't see this stuff. I mean, this the weekend golf, like, I gotta go back and play weekday golf because this was crazy to me.
So, dude, yeah, yesterday was just terrible, the Saturday round. And then for whatever reason, there was time available to play Sunday. So, I got the call saying, because I mentioned it too, I was like interested in for our league to play Prairie Bluff, and there was a tee time available. So I got the call asking to play. I was like, oh, sure. And it was taken. So because it was that bug was out there saying, "Hey, you guys want to play?" We're all like, "All right, we got to play now." So we ended up going to Big Run to play. There's a lot of things that bugged me today at Big Run. And it's especially these new golfers. Again, like you were saying, I don't know what is with these guys. Like, I don't know if people are just not observing what's going on. One of the big things that I hate is, when you finish your hole, there's a group on the tee box. I don't know why that group behind me always has to be right behind us on the tee box. Like, I've noticed all the time when I play with, like, or I see like people that seem like they play a lot of golf, they park their car maybe 50 feet away from the tee box waiting so they don't disrupt the current group on the tee box. But this group behind me, they just kept getting right on us. I'm like, what the hell? And then on top of it, it's like they were playing music, which is perfectly fine. But then you're approaching, where we're at on the tee box, and you're playing music, and we could hear it, and we could hear them talking. And I'm looking over. I'm like, but to circle back, I already knew they were new golfers because on hole one of the guys parked the cart right by the green on the backside. I'm like, because Son asked me, he's like, "Can you do that?" I'm like, "Nah, they're new, dude." He's like, "What makes you think that?" I'm like, "Dude, that's why there's a cart path to park. You don't come around this way." And it's not there's no GPS enablement that, stops you. So that's why I knew.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't they have the GPS or the range that's like it's like the green screen with, like, the yellow, like,
Yeah,
or is that
no,
St.
not this one.
Andrews? I
No,
can't
not at
remember.
not at Big Run. Big Run, they don't have anything. It's just a cart,
Just
basically.
gas-powered carts still?
Yeah, pretty much. So you have that. The group in front of me, they were pretty new because some it was weird. So some of the greens, where their sign says carts this way,
Yeah.
they would just park their cart there and walk all the way to the green.
I mean, that price tag there wasn't cheap, so, I
No, I
mean,
know that, but my point though is that cart sign, they would park there and then walk all the way and walk all the way back. So you're just losing time over that. The group behind me is constantly just parking behind us on the tee box. And then if you remember, hole 10 is pretty short at Big Run. One of the guys drove it onto the green, so they didn't say anything. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So, and here's what I got really irritated. It was like hole 14 or 15, or maybe it was 13. Do you remember Big Run on the back nine, the where the guy left you a golf ball because he took yours, that par three over the water? It's like
I'm trying to remember.
170. There's a hole in particular where someone took your Kirkland ball when they first came out, and then he left you a ball on the tee box.
Vaguely, yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, so that par 3, because it was backed up, we saw one group on the green putting. The group in front of me got on the tee box, and then we were back there waiting. Now the group behind us, uh, they just drove in front of everyone. So I was like, oh, I'm like, are they skipping a hole? What are they trying to do? Then son was like, I think they're probably just going home. I'm like, I don't think so. Still kind of early in the day and they looked young, but all right. So sure enough, we're playing and I'm like sitting, I'm like, dude, I'm like, it's getting really slow, like even slower. And then finally we're on a green. I see them on like 16, which is a par 3, and one of the guys is by the bushes, and son and I we're just talking really loudly like, what the hell, why are you skipping holes on a weekend, like what are you doing, like are you stupid? Like just talking amongst ourselves, passively aggressively so they could hear us. And then I was like, all right, let me catch up to the group in front of me, um and talk to them on the tee box. I'm like, dude, why'd you guys let these guys cut in front of you? He's like, we said some stuff. I'm like, well, it's not good enough, clearly they're still playing. And then on 17 it got open again. So if you remember, like 17 and 12 are next to each other. And so it got open. And then the group that was behind us that cut in front of everyone that ruined like the whole pace on 17, they were behind us again. And then, and there's a group behind us too that was a foursome. So they cut in front of them again to get their original spot back. So we're leaving 17. Son's like, hey, it's that group again. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I'm like, they probably just, because I was like, they probably just started playing golf. And I remember we were doing this, but we did this on the weekday, not the weekend when we knew it was open, right? You just cut back to like a
I
different
was
hole and
gonna
try to play
say
it again.
we did stuff like that too, so, I mean, you can't really
Yeah.
be mad at them.
Right? I know we got caught once and not caught, but we realized at that moment, like, yeah, we can't skip around anymore. This is ruining everything, and we're not finding a good spot to plant ourselves to play. So, anyways, the group that was behind us, that cut in front of us, got behind us again on 17. Now we're walking off the green, and one of the kids hit the ball like right away. And I'm like looking, I'm like, what the hell? And then this tall dude was setting up for his approach shot about to swing, and then son's like, wait. And the guy's like, we are. Like, and then he's like, well, then explain this ball here. And then the guy was just froze, froze in his approach shot, waiting. You were like, they're just new guys learning how to golf. So
I
hopefully
think
they see
that's
this and I could out throw.
That's what it mainly is, because when we were new, we were very impatient. We were driving, like, trying to skip holes. We're like, "Oh, why is it so slow? People suck." Like, we probably thought we were really good back then, trying to skip around, find where the hole is, and then start playing. And now I'm just like, "Oh, whatever." I mean, I didn't play a
Yeah, sure.
6-hour round today, though. I think we walked, and it was
No,
still
I know.
4 hours, 3 hours 30, 3:30, maybe
I know.
3:45.
And it was no restrictions too. So it's just like some of these plays that you play at, it sucks. But yeah, I remember we were doing that. I was thinking about when they did that, I was like, oh, James and I, we used to do that when we first started, but we never did it on a weekend. We did it on a weekday at like 4 o'clock on a twilight round, not in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Can neither confirm nor deny if we did or did not do that on a weekend.
So anyways,
I
there's
mean,
finally,
it was so long ago.
when we finished, packed up, I was getting to my car and putting my stuff away. That group that was behind me happened to park right next to me. So one of the guys, the guy that sort of hit into us, I mean, we probably wouldn't have known if I didn't turn around, but it was behind us, and he was like, "Hey, dude, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit it." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yo, it's cool." Now the other guy that was the friend, when he was talking back to us, trying to be like a hard ass, he gave me a dirty look. Like, I'm like, dude, you're in the wrong. You're cutting holes, like why are you being a shithead? Right? Like you're just in the wrong. You hit into it, you're skipping around, you got called out on it, and now you want to give me a dirty look for it? At least the other guy apologized, saying, "Hey, sorry for hitting into you." The other guy, he could have just, said, "Yeah, dude, my bad. We're just starting. We don't know any better." And then I could have been like, "Hey, man, it's cool. Like if you want to skip holes and stuff like that, do it on the weekday when no one's around. On a weekend, it's a full tee sheet, dude. You you
The
can't do that."
So weekdays pretty busy nowadays too. I mean, when we were doing it, golf wasn't as popular as it was now, and it was still hard for us to skip holes back then. And I mean, yeah, like we were those idiots too. So I
Yeah, but we never
can't really say anything about that, you know.
yeah, but we moved very quickly and no one was actually behind us when we did it. We were conscious of what we were doing.
I remember one time we went around, we're like, oh my god, it's booked everywhere. We try to go back and we're just like sheepishly trying to get our
Yeah, that
spot
was
back,
White
and we're
Pines.
like, hey,
I
it
know,
might
that was White
Pines,
Pines,
I
and
don't
it's fl
Woods, who knows? I mean,
no,
you
no,
guys
but
you guys should
White Pine
know better though. You guys can't be playing those courses. That's just you're just asking for
dude, I
trouble,
said
man.
that at White Pines. They're like, "Oh my god, just gonna give me." I was like, "Dude, no more hot deals on a Saturday playing this stuff. We have to pay a little extra to avoid this." Like, I get it. We're saving some money playing, these hot deals. And some of these courses, when I looked this morning at their prices, stupid, dude. You know, Whisper Creek is now $70. They've
No,
been
that place is
$30,
trash.
$35 for the longest time. Now they're 70. They couldn't even get people at 35. You think you're gonna get people at 70?
Who knows? I mean, that place is trash. I will never go back there either. I mean,
I know, but they
you know
said
what
they
we should do?
renovated it.
Whatever. Yeah, new sod, new grass. You know, what we should do is make a list of like courses not to play. Or actually no, never mind. Because then everybody's gonna go play the courses we play. And I don't want that. Never mind.
Yeah,
Scratch
yeah.
that idea.
Don't play Blackstone. Don't play Blackstone. Don't play Thunderhawk.
Blackstone's too far anyways. I mean, I was invited to play with those guys this morning, but 8:30 AM? Blackstone? No, thank you, man. I gotta leave the house at like 6 AM. It's too far.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a commitment to play at 8:30 when you have to drive from Chicago to Rockford.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to play. I haven't played there in like 2 years.
It's a fun track, but yeah, that's the early tee times are always difficult because it's a commitment. You got to wake up, whatever, right? We're grown adults. So I'm not saying it's difficult to wake up at 5, 6 o'clock, but it sure hell sometimes sucks waking up 5, 6 o'clock to have an 8 o'clock tee time
I I
because
also
you got
I also don't sleep very well when I know I have a tea time, so that would be really bad on me.
yeah. So, yeah, these new golfers, man, pay attention to what's going on and watch other like seasoned golfers. Don't creep up on these guys every single hole and park your cart behind them with your shenanigans going on where you guys are chatting with your buddies and, the other group in front of you is on the tee box trying to concentrate to hit this ball. Like, don't do that. And it was good because the group behind us that happened to be that whatever, the group that skipped and there was a new group behind us. And you could tell. I was telling Son, I'm like, yeah, these guys look like they play golf often because when they were getting off the green and they were trying to start their cart and they saw us on the tee box, you know how you hit the like the gas and you hear the little racket. So they were conscious of what they were doing too, and they parked behind further away to stay away from. I was like, yeah, see, they know what's up. So you new golfers, man, pay attention to what's going on.
Someone's
And
gotta
then
teach
yeah,
them, man.
I know, even at White Pines too, I was like, "Damn it, man." Again, I have no issue with playing music, but if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but White Pines hole 1, um, across from it is a par 5, so it's kinda, parallel to each other. Groups creeping up. We're on the putting green. They're blasting their music. They're on the green. I'm like, "Yeah, we should not be able to hear your echo." That lingering sound, whatever you call it, right? Like, it's just I sound like an old man though, but I feel like at the golf course, you're in a public space. You're in a public space. There should be no reason that someone could hear your music on a different hole when you're on the green.
You know, I can empathize with you, but at the same time, you guys shouldn't be there. I mean, that's just I mean, I've been invited to White Pines, I say no. Someone invites me to Indian Boundaries, I say no. I say I'm not gonna play there. I mean, that's just
Yeah, it was
just
just
go
one of
play.
those.
If I really had the bug like that day and I had to play, I would just go book a solo tea time somewhere else. If I really like had to play, I would just book a solo tea time. I would just play by myself or get paired with 3 people. I don't really care. I can handle myself around a golf course. That's what I would do. I mean, that's just bad. That's bad. That's bad business.
Yeah, I
Bad
mean,
business.
in fairness, the reason I agreed to play there is because I've been working on the new swing and doing it indoors in the simulator. I wanted to see how it looked outdoors, and I didn't want to pay like a lot of money to see how the swing would look outdoors and playing. And then, Yeah, our Saturday at White Pines, what I took a little bit to get adjusted because it's totally different, practicing off the simulator and then going outside and playing. I was like, whoa, this is different. At least when you're at the outdoor range and then hitting the course, not too big of a difference. But it definitely feels different when you play a lot off the simulator and then going to the outdoors and playing. It was a pretty big adjustment for me, getting my swing, mechanics form, all that stuff with my new swing, just implementing it outdoors. So that's what I wanted to see. And it was more, like a tune up for me to show you guys what's up come league day. Because my putter was on fire Saturday. Didn't cooperate nearly as much today, but it was good. It's good I see what I was doing wrong. So yeah, Saturday, I can't wait to whoop your ass.
My ass? I mean, Big Run's a shitty course. I'm not even gonna talk about your score there because that course sucks. It's stupid. But I mean, even your White Pine score is just, I mean, whatever, dude. I don't even know. Like,
To be honest, the White Pine score should be much lower than what you saw. And I know where my mistakes were. That's the thing. They weren't like penalties. They were mistakes because I had the new swing.
dude,
So because I had the
you sound like it's our first time playing golf again. It's like, oh, if I didn't have like these three putts, I would have shot a whatever, you know? I
isn't
had
that what
six
you're
three
saying?
putts today. And I shot at 83. It would be the same as like, oh, if I didn't have those six three putts, I would have shot a 77.
Do you know why you made your mistakes this three putt?
I mean, the greens are tricky there, and they were
Well,
pretty fast.
yeah, I know
They were
that.
really fast. They were really fast today. Like, they were
Yeah,
really
but
fast.
I'm saying at least at White Pines because I had the new swing and it started finally clicking. I was sailing a lot more greens than I wanted to. So that was a big thing. It was a club difference for me. So that's where I was making my mistakes.
We'll
And
see on
then
Saturday. I don't know if we're gonna be paired together on Saturday, but I'm
no,
interested
I
to see
mean,
what's gonna happen.
hey, like I said, you sub 10 you sub 10 handicap guys. You guys are vanity. You guys were 5 minutes away from me, dodged me to play that's 5 minutes away from me to show you guys what's up. So,
There was no
cowards,
space. There was no
cowards.
space. You shot a 104 today.
Hey, you guys were
I mean,
5 minutes away.
we're not
You
even
guys were
in the same caliber.
you guys were 5 minutes away from me. I could have easily got there
There
and
was no
just shown you guys
space.
what's up.
There was no
Hey,
space.
it's cool. I understand. I
We'll
understand when
see. We'll see Saturday.
I
So
understand.
let's see what the pairings come up. I mean, I don't even know why I'm arguing with you. You can't like,
I can't
we're
even
not
get
in the
paired up
same
with you.
caliber. We're not in the same caliber.
Yeah, that's why you dodged me when you booked a tee time that's 5 minutes away from me, and you dodged me because you 2 knew I woulda crushed you guys.
Okay. Let's
I right? I mean, the 2 of you guys are 5 minutes away from me, booked a course 5 minutes away from me, no invite, because you guys know I'm gonna beat you.
he
Please,
he
come
could
on,
only
man.
play in the morning, and that was the only thing that was available.
Hey, whatever, it's 5 minutes away. That's my point. You guys booked a course 5 minutes away from me.
There was no tea time.
Hey, whatever excuses you guys wanna make, I understand.
All right, we're gonna play on Saturday. We're gonna put some money on this game on Saturday.
Sure. We can't record it Saturday, but I'll give you a little taste.
Sure. Right.
I mean, we can't start the series,
Series will start very soon. Golf season's here.
and I know, and you're going to get destroyed. I'm telling you, my putter and my reads are dead on, dead on.
Right. Yeah, you still gotta hit the ball and get on the green. I don't know how many shots it takes you to get there.
2.
Yeah. So I
Don't
saw a
worry.
104.
Yeah, it was pretty windy. That course it's actually really difficult if you really think about. I know, like, it's not pristine, but the layout of it is actually pretty difficult.
That course is trash.
Yeah, it looks like shit. I'm not disagreeing there, but the slope rating is actually really high.
It's trash.
It's yeah, it is trash. It's beat up. It's torn up. They don't even have a true fairway because they don't like cutting the grass over there.
I know
So
that.
imagine
The
playing
fairway is
in
the
those type.
rough.
I know. So that's the conditions I was playing in, and that's why I shot what I shot because every shot was in the rough. There's no fairway, and I hit every fairway technically, and then I just ended up hitting a lot of trees. But
Whoever's picking the courses has to be better at selection. This is crazy to me. Like,
we
last
made
time.
an exception to we made south today. It
Okay,
was a favor.
gas is expensive. I can understand. But I mean,
No, he
last time when we played Big Run, I was like, dude, I'm never playing here again. This place sucks. Never playing there again.
no, it's definitely trash. I will agree. I will say that much. It's definitely trash, but it
You
just
guys
makes
could
you
have went
come
to
back.
Arrowhead. You could have went to Arrowhead. You could have went to Bolingbrook.
There was no we didn't s there was no tee times.
Then don't play. I guess I would rather not play.
La Yeah, I mean, it was a last minute thing. They're like, "You wanna play?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I have like 5 hours to kill."
Jeff, I will see you Saturday. I'm gonna put a whooping on you like you have never had before. I mean, Chevy Chase is
What do
easy,
you wanna
so
play
I
for?
mean, what do you mean? What do I want to play for?
What's that have to do with anything? You wanna play for the round or what?
You're gonna play me straight up for the round.
Yeah, but this is not counting the brother versus brother, but if you wanna play straight up, we can play straight up.
Oh my god, no! I'm not gonna take your money. That's so stupid.
Yeah, coward. We could end there.
I'll see you Saturday. We'll have to make the
Alright.
pairings, and I'm very excited for to get this league started. I can't wait for all the newcomers to be like, "This is stupid. We're not on the PGA." I'm gonna be like, "This is better than the PGA. This is the path to par championship. Welcome
Yeah.
to the tradition, unlike any other."
Mhm.
Anyways, if you're new here, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you've been following us, also leave a comment about how we should pick a winner if there's a tie for first. If there's any great ideas for that, because there can only be one number one. There can't be a tie for first. So there's got to be something. Someone's got to figure something out. So someone comment about that, and I will see you and put that whooping on you on Saturday.
Get out of here. Go practice.
I don't
See
need
you.
practice. I don't need practice. Look at my score. I just got to I putt.
Yeah. I mean, we've played that course so many times. Like, you can shoot 83. I've seen you shoot 83 there multiple times. I've been like 85 there. Like, I'll kill you at Mount Prospect too, dude.
I doubt that.
I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna win this brother versus brother series. I promise you this. I promise you Saturday, I know what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. So all the audience knows. This is James. I was hungover, I was drinking, I woke up late, I had all these excuses. So throw them all out right now, because come Saturday, I know that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna throw every excuse
I
why you
haven't had a
lost.
drink in 2026.
That's fine, but I'm sure come Saturday, Friday night, I drank, we stayed out late, I went to sleep late, I barely all the excuses are gonna come out. That's
I
what's
was
gonna
still runner
happen.
up. I was still
That's
runner
what's
up.
gonna happen.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You talk a lot of talking from you, but no backing anything up.
I'm not the one dodging you guys. I keep calling you guys out. You guys are the ones scared.
I ain't got time to waste on you. Anyway, I'll see you Saturday. I'll take your money Saturday, actually. You keep pissing me off. I'll take your money Saturday.
Yeah, we'll play for the round. So I'll see you Saturday. See you.
All right. See you.